Like I'm a big old cellular blob.
I love being a blob.
I
You
just
are kind of a blob, but you have more of a shape.
Wow.
on the spectrum of blobbiness with like solid.
Dizzy's like a 7.
No, 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 no. On one side you have creatures with exoskeletons, aka which have the most rigid shape, like
Wait,
bugs.
Claire?
A layer.
Oh my god, it's fucking Claire. I opened my present and I got a crying shark baby.
God, that is just what would happen too.
Thanks, Claire.
Yeah, the Discord present icon thing works so well with
The crying Claire.
Layer trap.
the crying shrapnel. She's crying and scared because she is small and she was in a box. Oh my god.
You know, there's a question that I have, and it's a fun question. It's a brief one. First, I want to state, by the way, that as we go through UAs for 1D&D, my desire to actually talk about it or rant about it whatsoever is just going down the drain. Because it is the most boring answer to all the questions that I've ever had. Oh. Like, what is there to be angry about? It's like, yep, this is what a soulless, heartless corporation would do, I guess.
I sure am upset about this. This digestible cracker.
Okay, so one thing I want to point out is that I really like Ironclaw. I really like 13th Age. I love how their books are like just like Call of the Netherdeep. They talk to you. They're willing to have a little conversation with you about what they're doing and why they're doing it and how they're doing it. You know, actually communicate the core concept of the game instead of just being the driest possible cracker. It's like, oh yep, that's nutritional, but when fucking
It's
eat it for fun.
digestible.
People might read the actual PHB if it was written in a fun, exciting fashion. And one of my questions is, will they do it? Like, can WotC get they want to appeal to the kids, because the kids are the actual audience that makes up a huge majority of people nowadays. But if they're going to be a lifestyle band, are they going to do it? Can they resist the urge for Jeremy Crawford to crap out another extremely dry cracker because it's just because we don't want to push you to do anything? It's like, dude, you're pushing people to do stuff by being a dry bastard. Now everyone's got to buy lube.
You make me want to find the British cookie commercial for their cookie brand Digestibles, which has
Yeah,
like
that's
the
why I said
weird...
that.
Digestibles.
Yeah, they're called Digestibles, and
what a fucking
they
name!
come in-
You can eat it.
Oh, I found them.
This food
They're
will
called
process in your stomach.
That's actually exactly what they are. They're called McVitie's Digestive Biscuits or Digestibles, and their commercials are known for basically you open like the little bag or can and kittens come out.
Those cookies taste like nothing unless you haven't eaten anything for like the last few hours as your tongue resets.
Actually, do you know, in America, we used to have a brand that had a similarly boring tagline, right?
It's edible.
Very close, actually. Claire, remember Crisco?
Yeah.
You know what Crisco's old tagline was, right? It's digestible.
Yeah, they actually went with that too. Yeah, I don't even know if Digestibles went with that. They're just obsessed with making commercials where like two animals come out of the bag, and it's like, what is this signifying?
Britain.
Does this mean that I want to buy some and like put them on display or pet them and feed them?
Yeah,
are these going to be my friends?
I mean, sure, I'd be kind of into like I open a bag of cookies and I get like 6 Russian blue kittens.
Then you have like fridge logic of like, were the kittens going to suffocate if I didn't open the bag?
Was this a threat?
Yeah, like I would go to sleep and have that like those like horrible 4 a.m. thoughts of you can't trust your brain past 4 a.m. moments.
Yes, I know those. They're usually when I get the rantiest.
Yeah, and like you're just sitting there in bed and going, wait, did I save those kittens? It's like, oh God.
This was a kitten. Was this a kitten murder?
Who sold them?
Were they
cats?
intending for me to save the kittens, or were they just gonna try to kill them?
Who sold them these cats?
Was this like
How did they get so many kittens?
Was this a Squid Games? Was this a test of humanity? Was this a box? The box?
Are there aliens going to judge me on whether or not I saved the kittens?
Well, the month is December 15th, 2022. Claire has not recovered from the Squid Game marble episode.
Claire.
I need to watch Squid Game one day.
Mood.
Yeah, I don't recommend it if you don't want to like just have emotions.
Yeah, just, I assume just get like a pile of cats next to you for after. But
I'm not well. Like for me, I'm a tough Claire.
No.
But Zal, remember the scene from like Final Fantasy 14 or 15, where like you didn't cry until the very like the after credits scene where you like Noctis is talking to everyone.
How'd you forget that was 15?
I'm bad with numbers.
Don't you
Not
play
really.
14?
I've never played 14.
No, I mean
I
Claire.
played 14.
That's what I mean. You fucking idiot. You played the game and you got it wrong.
I'm
Don't worry,
I'm
Noctis
very,
is
I'm
in that
very
one
tight.
too.
Yeah. Point is, I had emotions on that like immediately after. This is the same thing. I'm like, Squid Game is pretty sad. It's sad. Gets to like the Marvel episode, tears are run down my face. Oh my god, no!
Okay, well, before we start, Claire, we need a shark bait snapshot.
What is she doing? Oh yeah, she's moved her crocodile to the heat vent. So like when the heat turns on, it blows directly on her. So she's like in full on like
Jacuzzi
she's-
mode.
she actually has. I think she's basically blocked the heater from blowing any heat to me. Like
All for
Let me
me and
check.
none for thee.
yeah, let me check. Sheriff, are you in your cuddle cube or are you in the crocodile? Let's play the game. She's in the crocodile. Okay. Yeah, she has moved the crocodile in the direction of the heat and put it like dead center.
Just. She's a nice toasty girl.
Yeah, it's funny. She usually prefers cooler temperatures, but kind of like any kind of cat or dog, if there's like a warm spot, they're just like, yeah, give me some
That's
of
why
that.
she wants to be on top of you. You emit so much heat doing the most basic of thoughts.
FY, I only just got back, and I was supposed to cook curry tonight, but I knew I wanted to do this, so like just burnt out. That I was like, we're just gonna go F that.
You are
So
step.
that's why I'm here.
You're stepping. Got any more noises you need to make?
I'm sorry.
Maybe want to put in a sneeze or a little yawn, or maybe get Sharkbait to bite in the mic again.
Ooh,
like
yeah,
last
Claire,
time.
give us one of your very gay sneezes.
God dang it.
God damn it. Sneezes. Alrighty, tidy then. Slap, slap. When we last left off, you went to an old abandoned research camp. Although apparently not abandoned by... not voluntarily abandoned. Its inhabitants turned into rotting corpses. The insides filled with a veneer of spores. You've recovered items
Thank
from this
you.
location. Now you must select your next destination. So where you guys going?
My vote last time was good. Go to the observatory lighthouse to the south.
Yeah,
That's-
I think we all agreed
I'd
on that
say
one.
vote.
I think we agreed on that.
Delightful.
Bah.
Hubba!
Bah.
As you move along the path down the shore, through the shrubs and past the very slender trees that bend with the winds, the lighthouse grows in the distance. Even from here you can tell the long strands hang from it, wiry. Well, they might be ropes, they might be wires, maybe just long vines and moss. The closer you get, the more the observatory comes into view. It has several structures close together, and on a separate island from the rest. Okay, there's like a moat. There is two small structures protruding towards the shoreline. In the back is an observatory glued to the side of the massive base of the lighthouse itself. The structure is adjacent to a very rocky, grassy area, so there's not a lot of cover coming up to it. But it's a lighthouse. What is there to worry about?
Oh yeah,
Nothing bad's ever happened in a lighthouse.
never.
Yeah, Claire.
All alike.
Haba. Habu.
Bah.
Kuba. Babu. The observatory hangs overhead. Well, its shadow isn't cast your direction, especially because now the wind and the rain has picked up so much that honestly, there really aren't a lot of crisp shadows that remain. It's all just rain and lightning in the distance, with a few cracks of sunlight in between.
Just a wet place.
Between you and the entrance to this large structure is quite a bit of water, and no bridge to speak of. You can see even from here life inside, and now, whoops, wrong tool. Now that you're closer, you can tell that much of the lighthouse seems to have been overgrown with strange, dark growths. The air is thick with a muddy smell. And to quote Mr. Crab, that's very muddy.
Smelly smell.
Smelly smell.
Smells smelly.
It drives a man to think, doesn't it? Except Claire, of course, but...
Well, yeah, because only one of us here is going to think. And it's not going to be Claire.
Think twice, bro. I don't even think once.
Thanks, Claire.
This is what you sign up for when you talk to Claire.
One of these days I'm gonna
So,
go John Woo on her ass.
Double
How long
pistols,
does it take to-
doves.
Throw it over a railing.
Yes, well.
How long does it take to attune the stuff?
You've taken care of it by the time you've arrived. Probably take a little break, drank some
Okay.
coffee, jammed magical garbage into your ribcage.
So do I get 3 hit points or 10?
What?
The Berserker Great Axe. While you're attuned to this weapon, your hit point maximum increases by 1 for each level you have attained.
That's a good question.
Chunky Bella time.
Make it 10. Big boy.
Yeah,
Big boy with an eye.
After all, the axe has a drawback, so. Microscope lens. Huh. I'm surprised there's not a lens that helps with, like, gaze attacks, but I guess there's not really used much. I don't really... Thinking about it, I don't recall, like, a lot of people ever talking about gaze attacks anymore nowadays.
Yeah.
You should be like, you gotta be careful with those Medusas. When they look at your butt,
Why
you get a
about
rock
the
hard
Medusa?
ass.
Awesome.
Although, to be fair, I just realized that they... Oh, man, that's awful. That is terrible. So, I decided to quickly look up a Medusa, but like Medusas, they rolled everything into it. As in, it contains the rules for what other people can do against gazes too. Goodness. That doesn't tell you something has been destandardized. I know what. Alright, gang. You're here to fix up a lighthouse and make it work. You've already fixed one. Time to fix another.
Yeah.
For
fixtures.
concussive maintenance.
we got the best, lighthouse making strategy. Strategy 1: don't let the fairy touch anything. Strategy 2: hold the
Friendship
fairy.
laser.
Friendship. Friendship. No. Friendship laser.
No, please.
Part
we
1.
need to. Friendship laser.
Part 1. Put a sock in it, Claire.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck my ferret at you, Safi.
Do you think that'll do anything? What would she even do, Claire?
You know what I'd do? I'd open my mouth and...
So this is indicative of no bridge, or
Let me just... Next to you are 2 statues, carved out of marble, with golden veins and trims. Beautiful. Big old dragon boys. Each of them has, at the base, a little keyhole you could put a little clickety into.
Clickety clee.
You do not have a clickety key.
Yeah. Well, shoot. We were not given a clickety key.
I'm gonna look around it. So there's no bridge, but that shouldn't really be much of a problem now, right?
Theoretically, we do have the little bug.
Alternatively, I could take a closer look at the mechanism and see if I could pry it open.
Alternatively, hey, 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 Hannah, come here.
Yeah?
I'll show you something I found.
She's going to teleport you.
Do you trust me?
Yeah, I suppose.
Take my hand.
Why are you teleporting over the person who can make this mechanism work?
I don't know. I figured they'd find it interesting.
Hannah's
Oh, yeah,
Hannah's
take
a
a
bit
look.
gullible. So
Yeah, you take a
she's-
look. I'll wait.
Wah, 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 wah.
Okay. Get all my sets of tools out. Start poking around.
Clickety clack, brick mother's back.
I like the idea that as soon as she pulls the tools out, the fairy just starts getting immediately tired. Like,
Immediately bored.
I just,
like,
I just noticed something that makes me kind of giggle. I noticed that the sheet doesn't actually let you roll 2 proficiencies.
Yeah, I noticed that before.
What
It's-
the fuck, man? Even they know that nobody uses 2 proficiencies.
You have to go into the inventory, click on the button, and then you have to press the use button.
I'm gonna try this. I'm curious to see just how clumsy this is. Okay. Oh, that's terrible. I don't know if it's more or less terrible than someone stealing 40 pies, but it's up there.
40 cakes is pretty evil. That's it to
25
Lex.
at
That's
least.
terrible.
Give those Tinker Tools a go. Why are they using that one? There are pictures for wrenches.
Yeah, no, it's sewing. I'm gonna sew this
Steam-
machine together.
Steampunk Ashleen has wrenches.
You sew the statue a nice sweater.
And then it works.
Yeah, and then it feels so nice and warm that it helps us out.
It ignites the local area with the heat of its passion. No,
Unfortunately, that means you killed everybody. Good job, you lose.
Yeah,
in a way you win. But you clickety clack, jam your tools in there, wiggle them around a little bit, and cause a clickety sound. The blue marked area now forms a sparkling bridge of solid light, allowing you to walk to the other side with the greatest of ease.
ta-da!
Ashleen was already over here.
Careful with those sharp, stormy winds.
Oh, yeah. Before we go in, that means I'm going to activate my mantle.
That's what I mean. I
I'm
mean,
activating my dynamic mantle.
you're going
Hannah's
into.
taking extra time to put her tools back in the correct order. Neat and tidy.
So, which elements would you say I have the capability to use here, Saf?
Let me just pull up the powers thing. You know, now that I have Hannah's wrench, looks at Claire.
wait.
Long.
No.
Here's the nice table. Let's see. Precipitation. I like how it's fog before it gets anything else. It'd probably be a 3. And storm-wise, I'd say like 2s.
Okay, so I'm going to activate my flash step mantle.
No idea what that does. How about you tell the class?
While in an area of storm severity 1 or higher, creatures with your mantle can teleport up to 5 feet as a bonus action.
Wow.
If lightning strikes while the mantle is active, the mantled creature can teleport as a reaction.
Wow.
And it's 10 feet because we're not 10th level.
I mean, people might go 5 feet as a bonus action. It basically is a free disengage. Like,
And I can do it for 10 feet.
and due to
if
how
there's lightning.
And due
anytime.
to how 5th edition's attacks opportunities work, even if you're in someone's big ass reach, just walk to the edge of the reach, teleport out, and they keep moving. Because, you know, zone of control being melee's main thing. It's not a thing. Melee shit. Go. Here's an arrow. Go shoot some people. Just throw it at them.
Good.
I
Chaff-
could also have let one of you fly, I guess, but, you know.
Don't forget that your mantle takes concentration.
But I have easy concentration, so I have advantage on all concentration checks.
Did it not have a status effect for concentration? You know, the one status condition that everyone always uses? Ugh. Making your way over, the overbearing smell of earth and rot grows in strength and potency. Until eventually become aware of the fact that basically there's a lot of lumps on the walls. You know how in spooky hell games there's always like flesh growths? Well, imagine that with mushrooms and spores.
There's always like teeth and stuff.
The gills contract and expand as they spread smells.
I'm just gonna put a rag over my mouth, like a mask. I don't want to breathe that stuff in.
Looking up into the mechanisms, because this big structure is where the lighthouse is looking up into the mechanism, almost pretty much looks like the mushrooms have overtaken the internal mechanisms. Just completely consumed it. There are pustules
there's your problem.
and veins and vines.
Look what they've done to this place.
They got strudel in Mastradala.
Yeah, everything's a toaster strudel now.
There are 4 exits leaving this room, including the one that you came from. At the center is a cute little orrery. Look at planets.
Look, it's like planets in space.
Neat.
However, as you stand in place, some of the things around you shift and shimmer to life.
Yes, center myself.
I want to make visible, thank you. You notice that some of the
Faded in.
spory masses are made out of living creatures. Living creatures that gladly slide towards you.
That's just gross.
Yeah.
I'm gonna exit.
Before you get to acid. No, everyone. Jesus, that's a lot of 18s.
The 18 team.
The creatures are, the creatures to the north and south of you directly are kobolds that have been almost entirely overtaken by rotting fungal growths. Eye sockets replaced with little mushrooms, hands with dripping tendrils, gills on their torsos exuding spores. There's also a drake of sorts, which appears far more properly integrated. It seems less inhibited by all this. It's a small creature, but it exudes smoke and fire. Aisling, thanks to your dynamic battle, you are dynamically able to respond.
Dynamically.
The darkness
Okay, so
of this room clings to everything.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I use my plant geomancy on the mushrooms in the creatures?
Now, Zyla, I can be a very, very sassy bastard and tell you that technically mushrooms aren't plants. And then I put my little hands on my side and shake my little butt at you.
But under classical definitions, several hundred years ago, they would fall under plants.
Well, I'm going to tell those classical definition boys to shove it up their ass because they don't like, oh, mushrooms, I don't want to eat those. Those aren't real cabbages.
I mean, I don't want to eat mushrooms.
What do you want to do with the mushrooms?
Okay, so I have the ability entangle. So I can cause vegetation to grow rapidly and wrap around something. So I was thinking I could use it to wrap around one of the creatures.
Well, you can definitely do that. The problem is that these creatures seem to be made of the same stuff. And if what you're dealing with is like a proper, it's not a mundane infestation, then these creatures are just going to be left alone the second those things give them a touch. You know, it's kind of like trying to tie up a nymph with the wrong tree. It doesn't work.
Okay, I guess I'll just do it the classic way.
Now,
I'm a flash step over here.
It will work on anyone who isn't one of these mushroom things, by the way, if it happens to come up for some reason.
I actually
no.
gave myself the dead condition.
Oh no.
How do I remove that?
My GM was so mean, I died.
I killed myself.
I don't want to live if I
Dead.
can't use my plant powers.
In a really stupid way. I just flash step, explode. So I'm going to use my sword and destruction on this one here.
Bonk.
So I'm going to use Razor Wind and my sword. So let's go with this attack.
Razor wind.
No,
Ooh.
a 2.
Unfortunately, they're spongy bodies. They're still quite dexterous. They beckon, weave, and dodge all over the place. The little bastards.
Well, that's all I got. I don't
So-
have multiple attacks.
This especially dry, chunky boy. Gives a little.
I swear.
Just to give you a little bite. He just wants to give you a little bite.
Legend of describes like dry, the very dry, desiccated boy. He's like paper, lights himself on fire, and hugs Iceling.
A sling. Take 12 damage as it
2
rushes
questions.
for. Mm-hmm.
1, is there lightning outside?
Well, yeah, there's lightning nearby.
Okay, I teleport back here to dodge.
You can do that as a reaction.
If there's lightning striking, I can use it as a reaction.
Let me just.
It's under my dynamic
There
mantle.
you go. Yep, I see it. All right. Well, I guess in that case it doesn't really work. And he doesn't have multi-attack, so it's not like he can move and try again. A person in an adjacent building goes,
Gross.
he reaches into the back of his bag. He's covered in sacks and pouches and buckets and more. Ooh, you can. Why, Watsy, are you giving a random ass monster detect magic? Like cute little side ability, but like,
When are they going to use that?
He
What-
detected you. He detected
who
Iceling.
fucking cares, right? Watsy, you know, I get it, right? You want to be cute, you want to do some cute little thing. Why does it mention that he doesn't need material components if the spell detect magic doesn't have them? Or does it mean like no spell component? Ugh, get out of here. Put that in the flavor text, please. Alchemical fire. Give it a hurl. Let's see. Unleashes fire in a 15-foot. What? What?
Goodbye to that friggin' bridge.
An exploding flask of fire detonates near Hannah, but does not hit. You look so sad you make an easy target.
It's-
An undead boy leans over the watchtower. He lets out a menacing little cackle.
Some of my spell points.
Go Kumbai!
Yes, sir.
What
I'm
do you-
gonna hit the little. Huh?
A little boy comes up to your ankles
Oh.
and tries to
my
nibble into
friend.
them. Chomp! Would like to make an attack, thank you. Yes, by 1. Praise your
Yes.
armor class. Now it's your turn, Kukumbe. As a little gentleman is trying to your ankles.
I return the favor.
Go, X. Go, X.
Whack.
Why aren't you using your little reckless? Big barbarian.
Right. I can reckless.
And you can get mad if you want to. It's up
Yeah,
to
I'll get
you.
mad. Should I just roll again? And...
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll get mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll rage a little. I'll get a little rage in the cage.
As a treat.
Are you raging?
Yeah.
Then please.
Alright, I got it.
Here, I've actually applied it to you now.
Okay.
Get a
Okay.
little violent.
Just a little angry.
Gonna hit.
so cranky.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not applying it. What? I wonder. Rule table, macros, rules, features. Nope. Oh, here we go. Rage is turned on. Then why isn't it applying it? Let me check it out. What do you do, Rage? Add DR value, it's being goofy. Alright, well, you swipe him with your big slashy axe. And this big spongy
That-
boy is like cutting up mushrooms. Let's see.
Then I do it again.
Uh-oh, I forget you have extra attack.
Yeah.
Turn into the
Okay.
blender you were always meant to be.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, so that is 12, 24, because this thing is weak to slashing. That makes for 34. You chop them up into many tiny bits until you can't even recognize what you're looking at anymore.
For the
There-
break.
There is no blood. There are only chunks of mushroom. Hannah, you're surrounded by mushrooms.
Gonna get us a nice soup later.
Someone tried to throw a bomb at you. I mean, they did throw a bomb at you. They just didn't hit.
I don't like getting bombs thrown at me.
In addition,
Guy standing directly next to me is probably the bigger threat.
does look at your ankles.
It's like all he looks at. He's like a horny Amish man. That's the thing that turns him on.
Just kind of gonna feebly stab at him a few times.
Taste blade. Ching, 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 ching. Hit. Hit. Double hit.
And a max damage roll.
I don't want to hear it.
Oh.
Cleave, cleave. Large cuts. Limbs and body parts slide off as the fungal cellular structure is just not capable of resisting such firm blows like bark might. Simone, would you like to put some arrows in people?
Gonna be right
Yeah,
back.
I sure darn would. Golly gee. Okay. I could probably hit this is the dude who threw a bomb at
Why didn't anyone give you the heavy bolter?
I did not give that to them.
Hannah has it.
Why did you all not? Oh yeah, Hannah has it.
I mean, we could have given it to Claire on the way here. That
Anyway, Simone, what do you do with your turn?
Right. So first, I'm gonna open up my character sheet actually, so I can participate in the game we're playing.
You can double click your token to open the sheet too, by the way. Which might be faster. Double right click lets you automatically sort out people's token traits. Ain't that nice?
How did I heal?
Well, you got 10 hit points from, your axe.
Wait, what damage did you take, Bella? We've been gone for days. We should have healed by now.
They got hurt during the fight in the house.
Yeah.
It's the same day.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't rest.
Simone, who your scouting does not succeed, unfortunately. You need one more. So pat to you.
Wait.
Hey Claire, how about you tell me what you're actually doing instead of just clicking a whole bunch of buttons? I need to follow this.
Claire, did Discord mute you?
God dang it,
Yep.
Claire.
Discord's been acting up for Claire a lot lately.
Also, I don't think it heals me 10. I think it just gives me 10 as long as I'm attuned to it.
I am firing my crossbow at him instead, and I'm gonna steal a social security number when I finally observe him. Point is, I'm shooting at him.
You using extra attack or headshot?
Headshot. Sorry.
Well then, give me your headshot damage. By which I mean click headshot and then click your crossbow for damage.
Okay, headshot.
Damage.
Oh yeah, I clicked
Nice.
crossbow for damage.
Well, it doesn't matter what your crossbow. Wait, what? Oh, I did it wrong. Whoops. Well, it doesn't matter what you rolled. The little cobble.
It's weird. I was expecting maybe a bit more, but
Due to the rigidity and rubberiness of its mushroomy flesh, it's like a little dent around where the hole sits, as it just
that
collapses flatly onto the ground like a deflated balloon.
that was the one that threw the bomb, right?
No.
Nope. That was the one that tried to bite me, and I flash stepped out of the way like a bleach captain.
Okay, I aimed at the wrong dude.
Why
then.
didn't you ask
couldn't
me
do
who
that.
did that?
I thought I did, and you said yeah.
What?
Actually, no one answered, Claire.
Oh, nobody answered. I just filled in the blanks apparently.
Yeah,
Ask
I remember when you
Sharpay.
asked that.
And Sharpay was like, yeah.
Okay, look. Okay, hey DM. Hey, his name is Antsy Cobalt Tinker. Tinker equals terrorist. Terrorist equals bomb.
Wait, you were aiming at the Tinkerer out there.
So you're saying Hannah's a terrorist too?
Apparently,
I'm
Claire
not
was
an
aiming at
alchemist.
this boy.
Yeah, that's why he was targeted. Do you not see that? This guy.
Yeah,
Oh
I
wait,
can see the
that's-
little green thingy above his head.
Yeah, it's fun fact. I think that's Xyla's because it's green. Your colors are all very similar. Did you know?
oh
Mine's yellow.
yeah, no, I was aiming at this Tinkerer.
I'm not gonna think too hard about the colors in that case, but he's also dead. Bleep.
Okay, yeah, I was shooting him in the head because he was throwing bombs. You remember, you don't want some jerk throwing explosives around.
Change my color to bright blue.
See, Dizzy knows what's up, but she wasn't the
I'm
problem.
saying green. Green's my thing. I was here first. Fuck all of you.
Well, then I'm just gonna take Claire, and we're gonna give her a nice blue.
I'm red for rage.
Angry. A large scalding breath of steam blows towards Kokumbe. Can you make me a DC 11 dexterity saving throw? Or become scalded with heat.
Why can't
Take 3 damage. As a whoosh of hot steam billows over you from this tiny creature, nibbing at your ankles.
He's cultured.
Its body flares when it does so. Aisling, your move.
Okay. So I can see this boy over here, right? The white.
Yes.
He's peeking
Okay.
over the edge of the thing, like, yeah.
I'm flying
evil.
right here. I'm gonna look at him. Look him right in the eye.
The wind strengthens in this gully between the buildings.
Elemental admixture. I'm gonna use the wind and natural lightning to power up my sword. And I'm gonna I'm using one of my spell points to enhance the damage. And I'm gonna swing it at him.
From down there?
I mean, I could be up there. I can fly.
Exactly.
I flew up to be within range of him. Actually, I'm just gonna go for the melee version. It's like, hey, I'm evil, and I'm just gonna
You think you could just put magic into a magic sword swing? Just
Yep.
like that?
Yep.
That's how magic works. I don't see how you can put just making stuff up here. You know, you can't just make stuff up. What is this, fantasy setting?
Yep.
You think magic is just like whatever the hell you want? That's not how magic works. Anyway, you miss by 1.
And I can't get any advantage from the lightning, from the natural lightning.
She's just having a good laugh. Well, I guess Hannah's ankles are getting bitten.
Ah,
Ah,
Not damage. I want to roll the attack first. Ow! Oof! Gosh, they're rolling pretty decent. He sinks us.
Nay.
Roll me 2d6.
Yeah.
I'll actually have to be raging to use this. It's such a dumb part of this feature. It's like,
Well,
I get it.
the spirits.
I get it, right? Like, oh, you're a barbarian. Everything needs to tie back to rage, but like, I'm gonna roll over and I'm gonna just put this out there in the simplest way I can. Given how rage works in this game and how people play nowadays, this doesn't matter. This doesn't do anything. Why have it?
Wait,
Why
is
bother? Take 6 damage, Hannah.
okay.
Is it 2d6 or 3d6?
3d6 actually. So roll an extra d6. Hannah, don't take the damage hit.
I'm not taking anything.
Take 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bop it, twist it, or whatever that.
Pop it.
bop it, smack it, twist it, pull it. Ah!
Well, since you're in melee range, he's gonna put out his little grabby hand.
Get that
And
thing
suck-
off me.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh,
no,
that-
the grabby hand.
I should have saved it for that.
Let him have it.
Attack
Oh, wait, yeah.
portal.
At range.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, he's unaffected by that because it's all necrotic, and guess
Or
what he doesn't
should I-
care about?
Or can I use my can I dodge out with my reaction?
I don't know.
Would that be like a reflex save? How's that work?
What? Reflex?
My
What?
teleport reaction.
What about it?
Can I use that to avoid this or what? Because if it's still stormy, I get one of those a turn.
I think the way reactions work is that they preempt whatever you're trying to react to. Although that doesn't make any sense.
That
But it
doesn't
is
actually make
how
sense.
it usually gets interpreted.
How do you
Yeah, so I
precog
can like just blink over here.
Then you're still
Wait,
in
does that-
range.
Okay, fine, over there. I didn't know I was just
Well, listen
moving
over
into a
there.
different position. My team missed
I'm
me.
gonna lie down and say, you know, you can't put out ongoing fire damage by going into water. It's ongoing fire damage. It doesn't go away.
But can you though?
Technically speaking, by the rules of 5th edition, you don't dodge attacks like that because you're still in reach and all the
Wait, but-
qualifications for the attack still matter. Ah, I'm
But
getting a
wouldn't it be
headache
taking
from
an
this.
action to put yourself out?
Or you could just
Wouldn't
say
that-
No.
the thing that makes sense makes
No,
sense.
the reason I'm saying this is because every single person who plays 5e always goes to the rules and then they're like, actually that doesn't make sense, and it just makes my head hurt how these people think, and it's I can feel the vessels in my brain popping. And I get it,
Those
like,
peop-
you know, it makes sense that if someone is attacking southward, he can't hit someone who's northward of him. Oh,
Those people aren't here, Safi. It's
Oh.
okay. You don't have to
Yeah,
worry.
they're
they
not
haunt my
here.
dreams.
You're the
They're
DM,
not-
Safi. You can ignore them.
Kokumbe, a small smoky boy is biting at your ankle and bursting with heat and steam.
And
They
he insulted me
they
and
can't
my
hurt-
honor.
They can't hurt me. Give him some damage. I assure you, he does not have AC 24.
Also, what's a
Me.
saving throw thing?
Under some circumstances, you might go nuts.
It's
I
fine,
give
though,
and I
don't
give
worry
you a little
about it.
okay hand sign.
Yeah.
It's a fun surprise that will help us later.
It's a surprise. It's just a mystery tool. It'll help us later. Don't worry
I'm
about
going
it.
to hit him. Is that it?
Yep.
Just checking.
Oh wait, I forgot. You also do an extra 3 damage because you're raging. I can't wait for the day that someone calls me out and goes, "Hey, Safi, you keep saying that every 1 point of damage matters." You keep pointing out that, hey, if you had Inspire Courage, and then you give Barbarian shit for having +3. It's like, yeah. Anyway, Hannah, there's a boy biting on your ankle, and he's sucking
Get
your
off
life
of me.
juices out using it.
Get off of me, you dumb little guy.
He's just a spongy little boy. He's just trying to put his mycelia inside of you.
Now squish his dumb little head.
Miss.
Wow.
Super miss.
Unfortunately, as you try to swing at him, you keep moving your leg, causing him to swing in every which direction. He's just
It's
flopping.
embarrassing looking for everybody watching.
It's-
It's it's just me kind of flailing around with a shitty sword trying to hit this dumb idiot.
I just love the idea of you adjusting your posture and he just flies the other way, like a little ribbon tied to your leg. Hey, Simone.
You trip. He picks you up, dusts you off. Feels a little. Puts your weapon back in your hand.
Simone.
Kind of cringes. All right. Well, I see the. Since I took care of the kobold, I see that there's another guy over there. Fight the good fight, Hannah. You're doing great. I'm actually not paying attention to Hannah.
Thanks,
I see
I'm
a-
doing my best.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. So I see the white there. I'm gonna observe that white. So I can observe.
Hello,
Come
Mr.
on,
White.
observe.
How do you do?
Just I perception.
Nice.
I mean, you already immune to necrotic and poison, non-magical melee weapons and magical whatever, basically, which I think includes you. You don't have a magic weapon, so half damage to thee. It is vulnerable, however, to psychic and radiant because it's mad, and any further madness will cause its head to burst, and it's undead. So you know, the good light of the Lord can help out there.
I
Yeah,
yell.
because
Okay.
the magic heavy bolter is currently held by Hannah.
It's also broken. I still need to fix it.
We have a cannon.
Yeah.
So we
Claire,
didn't give to the long distance expert.
who's it going to be? Claire?
Fairy, use your. All right. Well, Fairy, use your light magic on that thing.
I technically have that.
You totally have that. It'll make him explode. Anyway, I aim at that kobold that Hannah is dancing with? Question mark.
I'm
Can't scout
fighting
him.
it.
Okay, that's sure. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot him with just regular shots though.
Man, the kids in their silly little ankle dances.
Pachoo! Get F. Like, just get out of here.
Despite the fact that it is resistant to non-magical weapons that aren't
Oh
slashing.
no,
no,
I'm in with the
Claire's-
kobold.
Yeah, I know. Same for the
Oh,
kobold.
Really?
It's a spongy mushroom. Unless you're cutting it up into pieces, you kind of just bounce off.
Yeah, I really should have got a magic weapon.
However, despite even if it's halved, he had 11 left, so
Yeah.
it pops his head open, causing a flurry of sparkly spores. Nothing that actually causes any mechanical effect.
I like
But
to
it's
imagine the
cool.
force of the crossbow bolt knocking it off my leg trips me over.
It slides over the spongy ground.
Just go ass up because the freaking thing pulls my foot out from under me.
I personally have a soft spot for stat blocks that are like when the monster explodes. This has no mechanical effect. The rider it does nothing.
Okay, so
The
I'm
Drake,
annoyed. I keep missing.
the Drake
It's great.
It's not my turn.
lunges
Yeah, go ahead.
onto Kakumbe with its fiery fangs outwards. Luckily, Kakumbe is able to keep it off of himself, wrenching his axe into its chest and shoving it back down to the ground. Now Aisling gets to complain about not being able to hit things.
Let's see if they keep complaining about not hitting things. I'm using a point to disintegrate.
A power word kill will do the job, but that hits. I still think should have gone for power word kill.
I don't have power word kill.
Well, you're a very bad wizard, aren't you?
I'm not really a wizard. I'm an elementalist.
That's what I mean. You're a bad wizard.
So, 13
What kind of damage
plus
is
my
this?
sword. Disintegrate.
Yeah, it's not a damage type, bucko.
It is, I believe, force damage.
Exactly.
Plus 10
Nothing
for my
feels-
level.
Okay, so that's 23.
Plus this, because I use my sword gets a good thing.
Well, no particular. It doesn't especially care about. Oh, it turned to 0. Whoops. Back to max HP then, and figure it out. Okay.
Jesus.
13, 23, 31. Well, it's down to a sliver, but it's still standing.
Dang.
Then I'll wait.
Use your multi attack. Take it down.
Shut up.
It
And
holds.
Bella is then lasered.
It holds out its
Simply
hand
attack more
and
than
requires you
once.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
It clenches its hand at the air, and your body begins to stiffen.
Okay, I use my elemental aid. Because it have that.
I wish I could be at the table when Gary Gygax invented the hold person spell, and someone went like,
So-
"Hey, if he's paralyzed, he can't breathe, right?" And he had to figure a way out of that one.
Okay, so I get 1d8 added to this. So I get 5.
We'll roll the
And
action.
then I do my wisdom saving throw.
Why did Hannah roll that?
What?
I have no idea. Why do I have you clicked?
Hannah's
Okay, but
being
I get to add
supportive.
5 added to this.
I'm helping.
20.
No, you really only needed the 15 was enough. But okay, you succeed. You are unaffected by its attempt to paralyze you.
No,
Did
so
he
you
roll-
caramelize me.
Did you
Kukumbe,
roll a D100 for your disintegrate?
as you
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, your wild magic goobers.
Nope.
I would like to point
That's
out
not
if you
true.
I would like to
Down
point
the
out
middle.
actually that I've actually set up specific macros for this on your wild magic.
Oh, so there is. I'll start using that.
If you click these, they specifically keep only oh no, are those the ones? I set up wild magic somewhere.
There's a wild magic at the bottom of my list.
Yeah,
Under features.
this one has the 10% button. And it only tells
Okay.
you if you get the 10% one.
I will
Anyway,
use it.
Anyway, I'm gonna hit this Drake.
as you stand amongst the many mushrooms, the spores, the darkness, the wind
Recklessly.
rushing through the doors, you raise your axe and descend down like thundering lightning.
Ah.
14. The creature stands on its last legs, but seems undaunted in its approach.
Be daunted, damn you!
Can I get a con save from you?
Constitution.
Yes.
Da, da,
As when you
da, da.
strike into it a final time. Excellent. As you strike it a final time, it explodes into a massive of toxic spores and fumes. But you're too strong. Your chest is too shiny. It bounces off of your lungs.
To battle! Oh wait, no, I need to select me, not ruler. To battle! Da, 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 da.
Begin walking
About
over
as
there.
far as I can go.
Hannah, suddenly Kokumbe just rushes on past you.
Ah,
What a boulder of a man. Boulder.
I'm gonna get my gun, aim at the dude, last dude, and take some pot shots. Blam. And blam. Would it have cover because it's behind a
Or
Railing?
any
It's on
natives
an
because
elevated
of the
platform,
wind.
but the second one still hits.
hey,
Gun.
power of gun.
Oh no, I've been gunned down like a common thug.
So I'm sitting there with like my sword starting to glow from the ambient lightning again, pulling back. Bam!
Blam blam.
Squinty eyes.
Delightful.
I teleport down like what the fuck?
Sorry, it stole your thunder a little. Get it because
This
lightning.
gun is made for
Hey.
shooting.
Hey.
This gun is made for shooting, and I'll shoot all over you.
Okay, so that was fun, guys. You okay?
Fun guys.
Yeah, fine.
I got bitten a little.
Okay, look at
I'm-
Kokumbe closely. Narrow my
Yes.
eyes. You look kind of beat
Yes.
up.
Ooh, I just look at myself. Hey, I can get some assistance then.
Apply band-aid directly to Kokumbe.
Yeah, bam, spell point.
Then you gotta roll.
Smoosh.
But that will fully heal you.
Okay.
Smoosh.
There's 5 hit points per level. Plus a key ability modifier.
We're good.
You almost
Wow.
So
had
yeah,
it.
that almost there.
0 isn't.
Zero's
This
100, I think.
0 is a fail.
Oh,
It's basically
so
a
it's just
plus
1
or-
or 2.
Yeah, it's 1. It's 0 or 1.
Yeah.
Because I rolled
Ah.
a 12.
Okay.
There.
12.
Be healed.
Yeah. I am healed.
Okay, so now what do we do?
You stand under the tall spire filled with gills and associated spongy materials, spewing out. It smells like mushroom soup.
Well,
I mean,
if we want to fix this thing, we should. Our options aren't great because we kind of need to get rid of all this mushroom, and I assume doing any kind of mass burning or anything would just damage the tower. So like, maybe we could find the diagnostic point and get a better idea of exactly what needs doing.
Good news, though, is that if you
Well,
were to burn it all down, you'd probably burn more mushroom than you would burn the building. But
Yeah, but I don't want to damage the building. Don't want to break the cool machine.
what do you mean? It's just worth a few 1,000 gold pieces. It's just a little building.
It's not about the money. It's the cool machine.
It's the history.
don't worry, the fairy has like all the powers. She can probably just touch it and fix it.
You
you
walk
think
up
she
to where
can?
the diagnostic point will be. You have to cut away some of the overgrowing vines. When you plug into it, the mushrooms slide out of your own screen.
Ugh. Okay, I think this thing is pretty fundamentally full of mushrooms. Because I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Time to hike up your pants and say that we're dealing with a grade A person here.
Grade A curse.
We're gonna need a priest, a rabbi, and whatever the hell they got in Hinduism.
need a old priest and a young priest, preferably a young priest who feels like he's losing his faith and can only be brought back to heal through the inspirational sacrifice of the older priest.
We're
That's-
really doing this.
What the fuck, Claire?
Funny thing is, you won't know that the young priest is that way until the other priest sacrifices himself.
And then you'll just only get better, yeah.
What are these madcap schemes?
I don't think this is ethical treatment of priests.
What a fucking
So-
sentence.
I'm
Oh,
gonna go up with you.
You're
Oh.
welcome, by the way, for everyone. You're welcome. I'm here all night.
Okay, Dr. Evil.
as you've started
So,
tampering with the device, you will hear a distant roar over the lightning and the thunder.
so real quick question. I gotta
Yes.
ask you something.
Yes.
No, I'm asking this to Hannah.
Yeah.
These mushrooms, are they all one mushroom or is this like a lot of mushrooms? Like, are they all grown together? Because I know some mushrooms do that.
I'm not exactly a mushroom scientist, but I
It's called a
assume-
mycologist.
I mean, judging
Yeah.
if you just use like a visual observation from all the dirt and how they're all connected or like touching each other in some fashion.
Okay, I got an idea.
Is it a good idea or a bad idea?
Yes.
Good.
I want to touch the mushrooms. And then I want to teleport them.
They could just rip the entire tower to pieces if they're very attached to it.
And if that happens, then I teleport myself. And I guess you.
Please don't break the tower.
That's technically
We're here to
considered
f-
double manslaughter.
We're here to fix it.
Today's episode, Iceland, double manslaughter. Better call Saul.
Today, Simone, I'm in danger.
So, she starts rubbing her hands together. I'm going to try it.
It's like defibrillating a building.
My curiosity is piqued.
You have
Yeah,
a
I got-
moment to try and stop her, but she's about to do it.
I mean,
Please.
I actually want to see where this goes. This sounds interesting. I mean, I'm not magical. I can't even do anything with this.
Please, can we just try to find a way to remove it before
This is a way to
destroy?
remove it.
Yeah, but it's removing the whole tower.
How's this removing the tower? It's just mushrooms. Mushrooms
It's
are not the
attached
tower.
to
That's
the-
silly.
It's attached to the tower.
Yeah,
it
and then it won't
teleports-
be.
When you teleport someone, their clothes go with it, their weapons go with it.
Yeah,
just-
but if I teleport you, the floor doesn't go with you.
Well, here's the real question. If the mushrooms are alive and they're living inside the tower,
How many creatures do they count as?
well,
That's what I was
no,
wondering if
not-
there was
not
like
just that.
one.
Is the tower its clothes?
Well, no, like if you stick your hands in the dirt and I teleport you, I don't teleport the whole countryside.
No, but I'm not wearing the dirt.
I'm not wearing the countryside.
Okay? If I bury you, like it's not a contact thing. That's not how this works.
Simone's just
No.
watching this like back and forth.
But like,
Also, I couldn't teleport the whole tower. That'd be too big. I could teleport the mushrooms.
Glad
Just
you're
not the
having
tower.
fun, Claire.
Honestly, the fairy has better logic than whatever the heck you two are saying. Then again, I can barely
I'm doing
understand
it. Doing it.
what Hannah's saying.
Eh,
Throw me
I'll just-
3D100, please.
going back to the diagnostics and furiously trying to find something else.
Well, what you find is a lot of cool mushrooms.
Ah,
They're popping out of your
Hey,
Hey, I
skin.
rolled over average.
That's not what we're looking for here, buddy.
Are you
Oh.
sure though? Wait, does that mean Sal rolled 2 100s?
No, I rolled a 94 and an 86.
yeah, that just adds them all up.
I don't know what numbers are. I can't even do basic math. I get you though. I understand.
Okay, let's
Look
see.
at my intelligence score.
Why you like this, Claire? Why must I deal with your existence? What is this magical effect? You are soiled as by the soil function of the prestidigitation spell. What a dramatic
Covered in
punishment.
mud.
Covered in mud. Why can't you just say your clothes? I don't know. It just feels silly. It's a wild magic. It's got to be listed as a magical effect. What the fuck does this even mean? Are covered in small, hard, round objects.
What? What?
Wait, I just got 3 wild magic effects.
Pretty much. Basically,
That's
everyone
cool.
gets slammed into the walls at full force.
Ow.
Oh, okay.
I teleport around the wall.
You get
Okay.
slammed into it.
So everyone loses track of Aisling, as she, thanks to this magical force explosion, is now, I don't know, somewhere on the other side of the world, maybe? That went quickly.
I'll be back eventually.
Don't worry. In other systems, it might have been easier. Actually, in other systems, they probably say you don't count for the combat anymore. Goodbye,
Actually, in
Aisling.
this system, I could have gotten long distance teleporting.
You could have. If you have it, that's
Did.
great. Everyone slams into the wall. The mushroom shiver, quiver, and shake. Then settle back into place. There's another loud roar, and the whole building begins to shake.
Oh.
Oh, you were right, Hannah. This was a bad idea.
Face the wall.
Ow.
My lungs are filled
Wait,
with
am I
pain.
actually on the other side of the planet?
I mean, if you decided to teleport through the wall, you're like 300 feet away from where you used to be.
I think the
Don't worry,
fairy
I'll
exploded.
I'll catch you, Aisling.
I mean, luckily for all of you, like the walls are covered in spongy mushrooms, so it could have been worse.
Yeah, well, at least
Okay,
the
Claire
tower's
said she
still
caught
here.
me, so I'm still here.
I mean, do what
Now,
you would do.
if I was an asshat, I'd be like, roll me a dex save. Ho ho ho.
Roll me a dex save.
Ho ho ho. It's important part, Claire, is the laughter. I have to make it clear that I'm mean. I'm Mr. Mean.
The fairy grumbles.
I think
You
we
can try
should
again.
No, yeah. I think we should look around the tower first.
No. We have
Maybe
to find
this-
we have to find a thing Belmore posted of mean.
Maybe there's like a heart of the mushrooms or something, some source where they're all coming from.
I forgot what his name was spelled. Like God, that I'll never find it. You don't have to wait for what the source is, for the source has come to you since you're fucking around with all these mushrooms. Beautiful, ain't it? Lining into the main doorway is a
Wow.
large, draconic-like creature. Although it has distinctly more of a mycelic feeling. Several kobolds covered in thick crystalline structures drag themselves from the cliffside. And over on the ruined edge, the floppy hands of fishmen are poking out.
Aisling, what'd you summon?
The cavalry.
Easy targets.
All of these delightful creatures are taking a brief moment to organize themselves. After which you guys can make your moves. You basically have a surprise round to do what you want before everything
Okay.
breaks loose. What do, Kokumbe?
I know what I'm doing.
Well, I'll wait to see what everyone else is doing, because I need to be directed, because there are 3 things.
All right then. I think the next person in line is Aisling.
Yeah, I'm going to use the failed experiment wand to do a level 4 fireball in the middle of all of them.
Oh, you don't decide that. It
I'm going to
decides
use
for
level
its-
4. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to use my brief teleport.
Flutter,
and I'm going
flutter.
to use the wand to see what it does.
Abracadabra. The dice says fireball.
Awesome.
Where are you exploding? Now listen, I'm not. Oh, there's a. Okay, cool. All right, let me just take out my little compass and do a little measure. No, that's a cone. There you go. Ooh, that's a very nice.
Yeah, just like that.
Circle. A roar of green flame. Oh, so quirky. It's green fire. Ho ho ho. Roll me the fireball damage. Which how much is it? What level was it?
I leveled it up to 4 because I can use an additional point.
10d6.
Baboom. Oh, spicy.
Almost max.
Heck, I didn't think I'd have to deal with any fire today.
Look at all 6s and 4s.
Cool. Let's see if it can make the save.
It was about to do a speech, and then Aisling, smiling the whole time, points a stick at it. What,
Yes, it failed.
It's
what are you doing?
it's
DC
incinerated
15.
because it takes double damage, and it has 93 hit points, and that's 104.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
And I get to keep the wand.
I would like to point out that Aisling exclusively rolled 6s and 4s.
Yeah, that damage roll was insane.
In addition,
There was a dragon there,
half of
right?
the building
Y'all
is now
saw
on-
a dragon.
half of the building is now on fire. So make of that what you
Uh-oh.
want.
We can fix that.
I knew. This is literally the whole.
And this is what
What-
happens.
This is the Guardians of the Galaxy scene. Except. The final boss appears. He's about to actually do his speech where he's like in front of a zombie army, and you will. What's that? Ison's pointing a little stick while smiling. Bang, bang. It's just gone.
And then
Thanks, Claire.
she does the fancy holstering.
Hannah. Half of the building is now miraculously on fire.
Oh God.
I fixed it.
I mean, you didn't have to fight that guy. That's nice. He literally breathes nightmares.
Well, now he breathes nothing.
It's just like that time you blasted yourself into a boss's asshole.
I don't have any way to put out huge amounts of fire.
I can work on this. You handle the other stuff.
I mean, it's not that bad of
Okay.
a fire because these are like wet, swampy mushrooms, but hey.
Well, if you can deal with the fire, then I'm gonna get the mortar out. Take care of the other group.
The fish people are crawling up the wall. You're like 30 feet off the water, so it will take them a bit to get here.
Wait, oh no. This thing was in the fire blast.
So that's just a
It's a
Diorama.
mostly metal orrery. It's mostly fine.
The fireball specifically says it doesn't destroy objects very well.
Especially not objects that aren't good at melting. Alright, so which one are you using? What's happening over there?
I'm just gonna bombard the hell out of them as they're climbing up. So the bottom version.
Why are you so mean to these poor innocent fish boys? Roll me
I don't
5d8.
want to go. I don't want to go Iceling. I don't want to go Mr. Stark Iceling.
Okay, so all the basic fish boys are instantly turned into fish sticks. The answer was fire all along.
Who would have guessed?
Because
The
they have
club is
11
just
hit points.
ready
Even
to
if they
go.
succeed, they're gone. They're climbing up the wall and just fire rains on their head. You hear the water sizzling down below. The other boys have to roll me saves. I wish there was a cool button.
Honestly,
Hmm?
if I saw the dragon get just like incinerated by the fairy,
Nope.
I would just pack up. I'd just leave.
I mean, they probably didn't see it. They're still climbing.
Yeah, they're
up.
still on the way up.
Master, we're here. Do we miss your glorious spit? Oh,
Master?
oh my God!
I'm your
All I
master
heard-
now.
All I heard was one explosion, and then saw a bombardment of explosions.
And it took half.
Pick a god and pray.
Simone, the fishermen crawl over the edge.
Also, Kakumbe gets their turn too.
And Kakumba, what do you want
Yeah.
to do?
Kakumba is gonna sigh, sink his shoulders, just grumble as he approaches. Just, I want to fight a dragon. Then I don't know if I want to rage. I just want to hit. I will friggin' reckless. One to my right. Bam.
So which one is it? The red. Ah, thank you. Roll me.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
cool.
plausible one.
Ooh. Well, he's almost down, but you need another hit to do it. Wait. No. No.
But luckily, I have advantage.
Yeah. Well then. Well then. Simone, now you get to go. After Kakumbe just kind of muscles in and jumps onto the debris.
I don't know. Do I even need to be here? Like, just.
I don't know, put a microphone in Sharkbait's face and ask her how she feels about this.
I could get her and rub her against the microphone. She won't make noises though. She's being
The word
rude.
on the street.
Right. I'm gonna aim at the insane Lakatatoth.
Die, you
Uh,
madman.
As usual, I'm gonna like perceive it with my perceiving. All right.
Wow.
I'm gonna headshot him with my heavy crossbow, scouted.
Give him the goods.
I'm going to erase him from reality.
You're
Apparently.
just killing this squad.
Okay, so crit, and I guess. Wait, don't I do something special on a headshot crit? 1 second.
Yeah, you double the headshot damage, you dingus. Because it's dice.
It's dice.
I then hit him so hard that his family back home starts screaming.
You would have killed him if he was at full hit points.
Sorry, that's not good. Some of it.
Kukumbe, there's one left, I guess.
I must make it.
I have an axe. I'm gonna smack him.
I want to
Hit.
ask you a question.
That's one hit.
That's damage.
You need one more to do it. One more to do it. You did it. You win the game.
Yay. Just want to see what I got.
Just stares at Aisling.
All right.
We're gonna be on like the cart going home with Aisling, and I'll just kind of looking at her, and just be like, "What?" Like,
No, you're gonna black out and you're gonna wake up in Skyrim because I'm so salty about that.
Well, are you really wanting this to be a big fight?
No, it's fine. Anyway, you still have a fire to deal with that's slowly but surely growing. In addition, thanks to the
So-
death of the dragon, it seems that many of the mushrooms are receding.
So I had an idea for the fire.
And what is this big idea you're having?
Okay, so I wanted to use my nature ability for plants
Gotcha.
because one of my nature abilities on plants
Yes.
is in the package. Let me go pull it up.
You're gonna pummel the fire.
Pummel. Yes, I want to have the mushrooms start hitting themselves to kind of put the fire out.
I mean, I'll be honest. That's how fire works, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna like pat itself out.
How about you roll me a nature check and we'll see how this works out for you.
Hannah's like frantically looking around for like a bucket or something to start getting some water. Start prepared.
I'm pretty sure Kukumbe's big empty head should work just fine.
Hey, there's
No
muscles
thoughts.
in there. There's real. There's no
Actually, he
wrong.
has 14
So-
int, but
18.
He's an archaeologist, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's pretty clever.
It's the wisdom where I get you.
an axe is just a shovel you haven't used yet.
It's a shovel vertically.
Well, you successfully succeed at putting out the fire as your magnificent
I started.
mushrooms. That you started, yes. But luckily, unlike normally, there's no one here who can actually judge you for it that's in a position of power. It's just you and your pals.
Hey, I fixed it. I cleaned my divots.
I made the whoopsie go. Well, thanks to your
Handled it.
exquisite handling of the situation, none of the building parts that matter have taken any damage. And the mushrooms, again, are slowly rotting away, as they are probably just a magical manifestation of whatever pile of ash made up the dragon. It's a bit hard to tell, in case you hadn't figured it out yet. That was bleeding brutal. God damn.
yeah, that's
Hannah's just laying on the floor from the panic.
Ah.
Just
that vid I'm posting as what I think Aisling's brain is like when she's being told like not to use magic. This is what she's just thinking in her head.
Also, I go back to Hannah and give her a packet of fruit gummies.
full gummy.
Also, the part where Karone
Okay.
starts screaming is when she sees the dragon and pulls out the wand.
I'll be honest, as I'm like flipping through the original module, I don't get this. This is such a weird way to set up a monster encounter. Anyway, these guys don't exist, but I do feel the need to point this out, and I'm not sure why. But something about this rubs me the wrong way. There's
Alright,
kobolds. They have names.
They have
and it's-
names. Two.
They're doing something, and they're hostile. Okay, cool. So far, everything's nice and obvious. And then it specifically points out, oh, you can intimidate them, and that feels really weird to put in there.
Wait, a DC 13 check
Yes.
to make them just leave. That's it.
One of them is names erotic roleplay.
The other
He's
is a
an
hazardous
excellent
environment suit.
Yep.
So wait, DC 13 to intimidation?
They're
Now-
scared of it.
Kobolds.
Now I put my little hands on my side, by the way, and I do want to point this out. That technically speaking, 5th edition considers the generic DC to be 15, so it's kind of weird that it's 13, but I get why it's for babies.
Little babies.
But there's something about this that just gets me. Like, they're hostile and they're determined to scare off, but it doesn't elaborate on any of that. It seems way more fixated on the whole concept of the players telling them to be good little boys.
Like go back to the status quo, kobolds, and you have to say it with that like hard R, you know?
The size won't fit.
Oh.
Anyway, the problem here has been resolved. Slap, 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 hands together.
It sure has.
Ashley is extremely proud of herself.
There's several corpses around. There's a large fire scar, but the
There's a
lighthouse.
spot where there should be corpses.
There's a scorched like bones of a dragon sitting there.
There are no bones. It was made out of mushrooms, man.
Oh, okay. It was just a full. Was it just a full-on undead dragon?
It was a mushroom dragon.
They've been deleted, Claire. Control Alt Delete delete it.
They are an
Right,
ant
right.
dragon.
A little overkill.
just
Sal
a
just like
touch.
walks up to the. Sal just walks up to the dragon from behind and says, "Welcome to the family, son." And just knocks him out.
Fuck, Claire.
Where there was stone, there is now glass.
It's smooth.
I think I know why this rubs me the wrong way, and it's a fairly simple thing. I feel this should have been a sidebar. There should have been a little sidebar that's like dealing non-violently, and then just have the encounters are people in places that do things, and then have a little sidebar or an introduction that's like, by the way, some of the people here are intelligent living beings, and they might not want to fucking die for no good reason, and you can maybe talk to them or force them to back down, or etc. Which, by the way, has the other benefit of being way more accessible to the GM, who's like a little baby, who's just like, this is my first little game. The dragon and me, god damn it.
Yeah, actually, I already know what happened to the dragon. Zal, you didn't kill him. You hit him so effing hard and so fast, he blacked out and woke up. And
I Skyrim'd him.
You're the reason there
Hey.
are dragons in Skyrim.
No, they're in the version of Skyrim where everyone is dragons, but the dragons are ents.
They're scared of humans.
Macho man.
oh,
Oh.
you're finally awake. And he just starts
Oh, we
screaming.
lost you.
Oh, they actually do this. What? I don't get this.
Dude,
This
curious
makes my
what
head spin.
Doo-doo.
The only
Guess what the Funkle Dragon would have done.
like they did what I thought was a good idea, so kudos on them for doing the right thing. But it's kind of goofy that couldn't you just say give a +2 to intimidation or have advantage or just include that? It feels so hangnaily. It annoys me, but it's so minor.
Also, hey, I have to do a call out here for one of our players. Okay. Zyla, stop deleting the bosses in every campaign.
This is the third one.
I'm not like look. Okay, it's fine. You can kill them. I don't care. Butcher them. I love killing monsters. They
But
deserve
please
it.
let them do
sometimes.
something first.
But no. I don't mind if like it's not just about them like doing something or doing the little hero speech. No, I mean you have actually deleted, not just killed. You have erased them from existence. You have you launched a tactical nuclear device at Strahd. Mind you,
Mhm.
that was kind of an effort for all of us. You what was the second one?
big guy in
the
the
guy
tournament.
in
Kujan.
fist, yeah.
The Final
Oh, yeah,
Fantasy.
you-
Kujan
boss.
teleported, punched the man out of existence.
Through
Yeah,
his
you
Still
did
the
blood.
coolest thing that's ever happened.
That was
You did
pretty
the-
ridiculously amazing.
You got told that after you do the final Getsuga Tensho, your days of being a soul reaper will be over, and you said, "I'm Kujan,"
What the fuck, Claire?
and then just like cut that dude. You literally did the like.
I did this.
Actually, you cut him in half like at light speed. So you did the like the Odin Zanten Sugen from
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VIII.
It's on Tetskin.
And then this dragon who was apparently patronizing, but I guess that doesn't matter because he like didn't even get the he like opened his mouth probably to talk and be patronizing, and then I don't know, there was like a big bang and a planet got created.
The dragon is now in the white void with Strahd and
He
other
Strahded
dragons.
that guy.
They're all hanging out.
That-
They've set up a little.
Strahd's like, oh,
They've set up
you
a little
too?
table. They got some poker cards.
Oh, look, a new arrival!
One more.
Yeah,
we
they
can finally
scream for,
play
like,
D&D.
They've got a
they'll
pamphlet,
scream
yeah.
for a few days. That's what I did for a few weeks.
So what's your actual problem with the situation, Claire? Is it that the monster gets instantly destroyed from 100 to 0?
I'm not. Oh, I'm mostly just being silly. It's really funny because Zala's not doing actually anything wrong. They're just rolling. When
I'm just
this
holding
happened-
on to the gear I get.
Well, no. What happens is when you do the thing, the dice just go, yeah, you know what? Do that thing.
Yeah, because that was a crazy damage roll.
You know, shut up. I'm going to pull up any dice and I'm going to ask it how likely it is to roll your number on
54 on 10d6.
54 on 10d6. I'll put, for me, 10d6. Give me the numbers. How much? At least 50. We're talking a 0.03% chance.
The Xyla numbers.
I don't even
Meanwhile,
want to think about it.
I'm over here trying to win like anything ever, and just like being told and actually being made fun of. Did you know that I have points in communities of gotcha games where I have the community making fun of me for how bad my luck is? But this guy,
Claire, you know what this is, right?
yeah, it's a certified never punish Zala moment.
Yeah, I gave you the right picture.
God
Like
damn.
we had Bill Clinton just got whispered, "Mr. Former President."
Salah
did
did
it
it again.
And Bill's like anus clenches really, really tight, and he just like looks constipated. He's like, I'm not sure how to react to this information because I still don't know who that is, but they keep telling me when they do something in a board game.
Okay.
You woke my ferret up. She's awake now.
Good.
That was
Good
you.
morning.
Good morning,
Big
Sharkbait.
bait.
Rise and
Yeah,
shine.
Morning Sharpay, you were being kind of a punk today when I was getting ready for work. You were fussing. You were like grabbing onto the door and shaking it because you just didn't want to deal with any of this, I guess.
She's allowed to. She's Sharkbait.
She is pretty great. I
She
will say
is
that.
Free pass.
pretty damn great. Oh my god. What the fuck?
You okay?
Daffy.
Something must have just shut up.
Down spook.
I'm guessing unfortunate timing phone call.
Yeah, probably a phone call.
Seth has about the same reaction to phone calls I do. I hate getting called on my phone.
Yeah, no kidding.
As I've told
Yeah.
as I've told all my friends, family, anyone, my phone's not actually for people calling me.
Send me words. Words
Yeah,
that
like,
I
I
can
don't-
look at.
Yeah, we invented that to not call each other.
Yeah, like I don't want to like be called on the phone. I don't want to be on the phone. I don't want to speak on the phone. I want to have a conversation on the phone.
I also like how this encounter
Those
should be
fucking
still going on
fucking
right now.
assholes tricked me into working 5 days a week.
What?
So they said, "Hey, by the way, how about you work yesterday? Because you know we're busy Friday and Thursday." And then like, "Oh, by the way, you're also supposed to be there during Friday and Thursday." So they made me work 5 days a week. My employer is not going to like that because I'm part of a little like I'm like a person they send outwards. They don't like this kind of stuff. As far as I know, they're
That
like,
is-
"Hey, we don't like it when you work more hours than shit." I'm like, "Yeah, take it up with them."
Yeah, because that goes against the contract that you're hired for.
Yeah.
Jesus
That's-
fucking Christ! I'm so sick and tired of these bastards. It's
I
just getting
rub
worse with the
that
week.
Savvy. I rub heckin' that Savvy.
Also, I'm technically working 8 hours, so I'm not just making more days. I'm making more hours and more hours. This is gonna be
So
great.
So they're just grinding you. What the hell?
They're being fucking ass, and it's
Yeah.
going a fucking.
Okie dokies. That's
Oh, sudden.
Hope Sappy relaxes. Well, doesn't relax, but like calms down a little. Rubs everyone.